Gamers, welcome back. Black Myth Wukong, episode 70. We're heading back to some of the older chapters, tying up some loose ends, finishing some of the bosses we missed, some of the secret bosses. Also, we can unlock one final, very tough secret boss that I consider to be, I guess, the real final fight of the game. His name is Erlang Shen. He's the guy that you fight at the very beginning of the game. So yeah, that's what we're crawling towards now. There were some meditation spots that we missed in chapter 2 that I wanted to grab before we get out of here, but I double checked and we got all the bosses in chapter 2. So we're completely done with chapter 1, completely done with chapter 2. 2 meditation spots and we're done. One of them I think is down here. I think we missed this one. And then the other one was in the lost city of Sahili, which is where I thought it was. I just missed it. I guess I just like walked right past it. So let's hit the traditional home. So yeah, we're gonna wrap these 2 meditation spots up. We're gonna leave chapter 2 behind. It's completely done. We're moving on to chapter 3, and we actually don't have too much to do in chapter 3. It's about 6 or 7 bosses. Chapter 3 is the first chapter where we have missed. We're gonna like hard miss a boss. If you don't do things in the right sequence, you miss one of the bosses. And I'll explain it when we get there, but I'm not worried about it at all. I'm really not. It's like how the story plays out is really all it is. The same way that you could like, everywhere that I saw online was like, you know, you have to fight Man in Stone. Well, when I went to him, I was so strong that I just charged up an extremely powerful hit, released it, and like one-shot him, and I didn't even have to fight him. Other people that I saw, they had to like do a whole boss fight for him and shit, and I just like showed my strength. So it's just like how, you know, the story tells itself is really, so not too worried about it. But and then the last one was in the Secret Kingdom of Sahili at the Sand Gate Bound, I believe. But yeah, we're gonna do 6 or 7 bosses in chapter 3 over a couple episodes. Moving to chapter 4, we've got like 5 or 6 in chapter 4, 5 or 6 in chapter 5, and then I believe we're good. Then we're gonna get ready for the hardest fight in the game, I'm assuming, which is Erlang Shen. I've heard he's got 4 phases. Pretty insane. I haven't looked at any of the fight. I want that to be a complete surprise for us. But like finding the secrets and stuff, I'm down to get some outside help because it's just, they're secrets. I could, you know, twiddle our thumbs for 19 hours and never find them. A player like me, you know, not the brightest. God, the Kingdom of Sahili is so fucking cool, man. Look at this place. Anyways, home. See, like I was saying, we've got some plans to jump around in chapter 3. We gotta find the Loong in chapter 3. It's the Cyan Loong in chapter 3. I also found out that that is the rat sage that like you kind of help out here is the rat sage that you fight at the end of this chapter. The Yellow Wind Yao Guai, or Yellow Wind Guai. So chronologically, like, you're supposed to do this first, then that, right? But I messed up the order, so technically we already beat him when he comes out here, right? But whatever. Let's take a peek real quick. Nice, 3 out of 3, 6 out of 6. The ravine and the rock, Sandgate bound. Alright, off to chapter 3. The New West. So, one thing that we do need to do before we leave here is I do need to go talk to Zhu Dog, because there's a quest that we just completely missed in chapter 3 where when you beat Chen? Is it Chen? It's the old Long, the like Long that we beat that was near the turtle. The old man. He asks you to go to Zhu-Dog and get him like a pellet or something, and I never really realized that's what he was saying. But all you have to do is just come to Zhu-Dog and talk to him. Every time we came to Zhu-Dog, I always just had him like make me shit, or I would shop from his store, but I'm buying all of these, yeah. I don't want to sell the Gold Ridge Beast because I'm not sure what these are used for. Other than just sellables, right? But 28 of those, by the way. So, yeah, the entire time all we needed to do was talk to him.
Old Long's bullying. Pray refrain from blaming him. His ill temper persists unaltered since the first day of our long acquaintance. Regret not, for his power endures. His desire be but one more pill, gladly bestowed by me.
Special made strength enhancing pill. Let's go ahead and fill out on the meds that we are running low on. So 2 ginseng pellets. 5 of the essence decoctions, and then 5 of the longevity decoctions. That gives us a full stock, and then 5 of these. That gives us a full stock. Very nice. Now, celestial medicines, I've got 20, but I don't have the will right now to really spend, so we're gonna come back to Zhu-Dog another time. I just wanted to get that quest, you know, progressed, and then we'll head over to the New West. Let's kind of go in the order. So, I know I need to go to the Upper Pagoda, and we're going to take on... There was multiple captains throughout this chapter. I remember the crazy one with like the bell in his chest. There was one that was like already dead, but another creature was like protecting it. There was one that was like a fire demon. Well, we were missing one of them, and that's Captain Lotus Vision, who unlocks these prisons. He's the one controlling all these prisons, and he's literally right here. All you have to do is come in, drop down, and that's him. Captain Lotus Vision. Stop right there, Chief. Let me hit him for half a cell. I don't know what this move does. I don't fuck with it. Can't really hit him. What the hell? Do I maybe need to kill these things? No, you just have to dance around them. Wonder if this will reach. I'm going for it. It did. Holy shit. One more. Oh. Don't die. Nice. Alright, pillar stance is... I'm starting to come around on pillar stance. That's a legendary soul right there, boys. Look at that. Whew. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The spirit of Captain Lotus Vision. Some nice wall art. The Frost Sprout Twig. Another portrait too. Let's check the curio. Moderately increases chill resistance. Yeah, it's fine. Does that let me out? No. How do we get out of here? Oh. Gotta make sure I didn't miss anything. Alright. You son of a bitch. Probably pushed me off. Dodge while landing to reduce the damage taken. Yeah, we learned that one on our own, but it's alright. All these gates should be open. Sorry, my Siri went off. What the hell? Alright, take it easy. Probably just more sellables. Cold Iron leaves some will. Maybe we'll take it. Now, if I remember correct, so once again, one of these bosses we're not going to do, or we're not going to be able to do, and I'll explain why. So, if you remember, on the lower pagoda, there is a man that was locked behind one of these purple cages. Turns out that's actually the third rat prince from chapter 2. You know how there's the son and his dad are the first two that we encounter and we fight them. You leave the father alive and he runs back and he finds the bigger son and then you fight that rat. There's 3 princes and apparently this is the third son. Now, there was an NPC in the second chapter that was like hiding in a well. We spoke to him and he said some things to us. Didn't really make sense at the time, but if you talk to him too early, if you talk to him there, you will mess up this fight, and that's what happened to us. So what happens is you basically inform the rat prince that someone's around or something like that, and he kills him. The third rat prince dies by someone's hands. The guy that's in the prison cell, he kills him basically. So we won't be able to do that fight, but you'll see his body on the floor in there. Damn, this guy's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't fully understand it, honestly. I don't know exactly who they are and, you know, why they're in this pagoda realm. Hopefully they'll give me some clarity on it, but I do know that they kill the third rat prince and you'll see him in his cage. Or maybe it's not the third rat prince, maybe it's the rat prince itself. In the third rat, he's the third rat brother. I don't fully understand. Maybe someone in the comments would help me, but I just know that we are gonna miss like 2 fights from every. I did research and found like where all the bosses were, what bosses we haven't fought, what ones we were missing, yada yada, and yeah. I found that, and then in that research there's going to be 2 that we miss. One is this, and another one is, I think, a secret fight for the Supreme Commander. So you see, you could fight this guy, and that's the third Rat Prince. Or I think his name is literally just Rat Prince, but his name is in Japanese in the game. It's the only name that's in Japanese. Even in the English game, it's Japanese. Or Chinese, excuse me, Chinese, because this is a Chinese game, but maybe this will give me his information for my...
I foresaw today when I chose to depart. Another master plan of Mount Lingshan.
There's that mountain that we were talking about. So Ashen Slumber.
Once a man, no Guai. Death was his relief.
He's talking about. Okay. Ashen Slumber. Blow forth flames where ash is laid. For days of glory soon shall fade. Transform into a rat Guai, slashing at the enemy, while blowing fierce flames at them, inflicting scorching bane.
Oh, it's you. You're still alive. And I see you've slain one of my captains and helped yourself to break in. 4 loyal captains. Now 4 bewildered souls.
Oh, so that's the third rat prince.
Truly are the destined one.
And he's the guy that controls all the captains. And you have to collect the captain souls, which we have done. Spirit of Captain Wise Voice, Spirit of Captain Kalpa Wave, Spirit of Captain Void Illusion, and Spirit of Captain Lotus Vision. And then you give those back to him.
Thank you for bringing them back. Their suffering has ended. When I left home young, I too saw myself as destined. But look at me. And the destiny of those who followed my cause. Take this. I don't need it anymore.
What the hell is that?
Now I can go home.
Chubai Spearhead. How mighty would those 4 spirits be? Portrait update. New character. Alright, let's take a peek. Spend some points. More Impaler stance now. I think this is the side that I want more, so. And 2 points and we're here. I mean, I wouldn't mind both sides if I'm being real. And then we'll probably put like any remaining points in Rough Skin and Spiritual Awakening, just increasing max mana and defenses. I mean, I feel like we have such a good build. Another one of the transformations, pretty sick. We basically ended the game with just the 1. I mean, we got 2, I think, there towards the end, but... It's funny, because as I was going through the game, I was like, man, they don't really give you many more transformations, huh? But yeah, it was just me missing a ton of shit. The Chubai Spearhead. The celestial generals and soldiers craft their weapons from refined steel, just as the previous owner of this spearhead did. The spearhead can be used as a material for weapon crafting. So this was his spearhead, and maybe he was a ex-celestial, member of the Celestial Court. We also picked up, I think like a recipe there, was it? Check our journal. Captain Lotus Vision. All things are by nature void. There is no wax or wane. And then characters. The third prince. Yeah, so he was the third prince. Okay, so he's the third prince of the Kingdom of the Flowing Sands. In the Kingdom of the Flowing Sands, his lineage held the throne. Chubai, spear in hand, a prince of might, well known. So he was Chubai. Cool. We talked to him anymore?
I heard the great sage is dead. what's the difference between life and death? For we live in such a troubled age.
This guy's such an emo.
Who are you? But what's the difference between...
Okay. Next, we're gonna go do... Let's go fight the Cyan Loong. Just make sure there's nothing else in some of these cages. I honestly should go through all of the pagoda real quick again and check now that we've killed the captain and unlocked all these cages. We'll do that real quick. It's no harm, no foul. Shouldn't take long. Gives us a chance to try out our pillar stance. You son of a bitch. Sorry, it's not pillar stance, it's stagger stance, I think is what this one is. I hated those guys when we were like on par with them, like at this area. Oh, they were so annoying. Pretty sick stance when you learn how to use it, man. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Tons of monkey head shrines. Or spoke too soon. Snakehead mushrooms. That's what they are. But you gotta wake up. He just shoots me, I eat it. I'm right in his face. He's like, oh. Yeah, it's over, bud. Get off. Whoops. Not sure exactly where we are now, but there must have been some treasure down here that we already got. Oh no, this is locked. This was locked and now it's open, that's right. It's pretty cool, like dancing between the stances. I can't believe we played the whole game just mostly with Smash Dance. Could have been using Stagger the whole time. Mine Core. Some refined iron sands, whatever. What is this stance actually called? Thrust. So I'm now using smash and thrust stance. Don't really use pillar stance that much. Every now and then I like to switch to it for like flavor or whatever, but yeah, my big two now are smash and thrust. Crazy names, but yeah, my only thing that I hope isn't the case is if you don't defeat him yourself, you actually don't get his information in the like journal entry or whatever, but I don't think that's the case. But if so, I mean, we missed one or two. Oh well. Okay, well, you know, I feel happy enough with this. I know that we got the bosses in this area, so new weapon. The Chu-Bai Spear. Integrating spear techniques into light attack combos increases the damage dealt by thrust stance moves. Pretty sick. I must slice open my belly to rinse clean my innards before I deem myself decent to meet the Buddha. Jesus. Gentleness endears, harshness estranges. Threaten not with violence when mercy has not been declared. Act not with mercy when violence has been introduced. In life, desires bind, hindering its flight. In death, valor rewarded. Cyan Loong takes height. That piece of iron, one small stroke proves deadly, while a light tap proves fatal. The slightest touch cracks the skin. A small rap cripples the muscles. So next we're gonna teleport to... How are we looking on time? We can probably get one more. Turtle Island, right? Yep. We'll head to Turtle Island and we're gonna try and take on the Cyan Loong. Pretty good. Yes, the Rat Captain is who we missed. That was the third Rat Prince. We still got the item from the Rat Captain, but I don't know if we get his like journal entry. I just hope it's not one of these like question marks, but because I imagine he would be in here. But maybe not, maybe it's someone we miss.
For what deed must his head be hung for all to see? For what deed must the waters they govern roam free?
For what deed? Let's say you know you're around alone. For what deed? We saw this guy before and I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. He's actually a hidden boss. Oh shit, look at that sword. I thought that was a fishing rod, bro. Damn, the Cyan Loong is so fucking cool. Alright, here we go. Oh, he's slippery. Damn. I didn't mean to get closer. Juked it. fight on snow rigidly ends in woe. I really like the long fights. I thought they were really sick. I think we have 2 more, maybe just 1 more, I'm not sure, but... What do we get out of this one? So Mine Core, Mountain Shaking Claw. The Breath of Fire, a drink and a soak. A Long Pearl, another one of those. Nice. Let me find the shrine again and then I'll take a look at those items real quick. Can't remember exactly where the shrine is on this turtle. Isn't there one up here? No? There it is. God. Right in front of me the whole time. It can blend in, man. The Golden Long Staff. Moderately increases the damage dealt by all pillar stance moves. A long can be summoned to execute thunder at the end at pillar stance heavy attacks that cost 3 or 4 points. Holy shit. That's so sick. A golden long emerged, bearing its 8 fearsome claws, then lunged at the Gwai with 2 of them to snatch it up. Damn. Yeah, it seems like the long staffs are way more towards the like pillar stance, which is not really what I do, but it's still cool. I think it's really sick. I would like to hopefully, you know, make all the armor sets, make all the weapons too, but using the gourd significantly increases attack for the next unveiling strike and cloud step. It's kind of cool. It's like pretty niche, but kind of cool. We'll hit a rest, and we'll call this one here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace and love. God bless.